Here, all right, so I'll create a dummy list in here. And then I'll show you the custom fields, all right? So again, there are different ways to access or add custom fields. It could be in the three dots right here. Again, the three dots is where you'll find the menu, the options, and you would see list settings and then custom fields. So that's one way, all right? Another way is if you have a task here and you open the task, the custom fields would be right below the description. And then you can also add a custom field here or edit the existing custom field and go to advanced settings. So this will direct you to the custom field manager. So there are different ways to access custom fields. But then I told you yesterday, if you remembered, the fastest way to add custom fields in a list would be to click this very subtle, very small. It's not noticeable, but once you've been using ClickUp a lot, you know that this is the fastest way of adding a custom field. Okay, so let's just say that I wanted to add an email custom field. All right, so here, this is the type of custom field that we want. But as you can see, it is actually suggesting and showing you the existing custom fields in ClickUp. All right. So again, we don't want to end up having an email here and then another email here, and then you have email address here. That's not a good practice because you're going to get confused. So the only reason I think we have, so to our defense, we're doing that. But to our defense, we actually have a lot of templates in here. So that's the reason. This is a project that we did, and we have a lot of templates. So that's why we have some duplicate custom fields, because we don't want to cause any issues with the projects that we're doing. Okay, so let's go back there. So going back, if let's just say that email is, actually, there's no risk in reusing an email field. It's only with label and drop down that you need to take precaution. All right, you need to think things through before reusing the custom field, because you need to make sure that all the options apply to what you're trying to do. Okay, so if you choose to just reuse whatever is existing, just click add. But let's just say that I want to add a Facebook link, right? So you can add link or website and then name it accordingly here. So I'm now creating an entirely new custom field. So just click create here. Now in the permission, you have the option to make it private and then select who the people are whom you want to share this custom field with. And you can also set the permission. So for example, this person can set, that means they can change the value. If it's just for an FYI, for example, if they just need to see the values, then just choose this, okay? And then the edit is gonna be set only for the creator, okay? This is very helpful for me as well, because as the ClickUp creator or the ClickUp consultant, I would set up ClickUp for clients, but then while they're still, learning, and they may accidentally change something. So this helps me protect the setup that we created to make sure that nobody can change anything unless they are absolutely permitted to do so. Okay, so that's how you would do existing or creating a new custom field. All right. So one thing that I want to highlight as well is the drop down. So this is a drop down and the label. So a lot of people are getting confused when to use drop down and label. So let me show you an example. All right. So one of the use case in using drop downs and labels is that if you want to create a dashboard, let's say I want to see the different industry of the clients that I've worked with. So I would choose a drop down for that. Okay. The main difference of the drop down and the label is that in the drop down, you only choose one. So one out of many. Whereas in label, you can choose multiple. Okay. Okay. So what would be a good example of when to use drop down and label? Can you guys maybe think and give me your answers, or what your ideas are when to use drop downs and labels in your workflow? Or have you encountered this yesterday where you had to choose between a drop down and label? So let's see. I'm going to check the comments. When to use drop downs or labels. So give me a use case on when to use drop downs and labels. So I've told you, you can use drop downs for departments because usually you're part of just one department, right? So in most cases, yes. Um, so drop down, an example of that is departments. How about you guys? I'm not sure if I'm seeing the newest comments. Okay, sex. That's quite interesting because there are a lot of identification when it comes to preferences, right? But yeah, gender would be a drop down if we're trying to be traditional here. Yes. Services that you are offering. Okay, so there's a thin line with services as well because sometimes for us, the services for us is a drop down. So whether it's virtual assistants, automation, process documentation, ClickUp consultation, or fractional PMO. But there would be cases when, for example, if you're a marketing agency and you're offering multiple services and sometimes you upsell, so there would be cases when a client would choose to use a label because, for example, the initial contract is just website design, but then they have there's an upsell and the client said, oh, I wanted to do social media as well. So in that case, you can use a label for that. Another example would be, let's just say that you're creating a content production pipeline. The label would be the different channels because of course you're not going to post just in just one channel. So you can have multiple channels. So in that case, a label is needed for that because you need to choose many. Okay.
Thank you so much for watching our video. We hope you found the content helpful and insightful. If you're ready to dive deeper and get a more comprehensive step-by-step guide on using ClickUp, we invite you to join our full course. Our course is packed with detailed lessons, practical tips, and hands-on training designed to help business owners optimize their processes or to empower virtual assistants to take their skills to the next level. Whether you want to streamline your business operations or become a ClickUp expert, we've got something for you. Enroll now and get lifetime access to exclusive content, expert guidance, and all the tools you need to succeed. Click the link in the captions to start your journey with us today. Once again, thank you for watching, and we can't wait to see you in our course. Let's take the next step together and make your goals a reality.